Spain now controls Catalan's government, but how might events now unfold in the confrontation? Thomas Harrington is a professor at Trinity College. There he teaches Spanish cultural history, including contemporary Catalonia. Professor, welcome to the show. As CGTN's Al Goodman mentioned, Monday marks the first full day where Madrid takes over the Catalan region. What should Madrid be looking for to determine if this is a smooth transition?
I'm not sure there is going to be a smooth transition. It's not entirely clear that, as stated in some of the reports, these officials have actually been deposed. As your reporter said, President Puigdemont is still, in his mind, acting as president. He gave an address yesterday to the nation. This morning, Vice President Oriol Junqueras wrote an article in which he said he considers the Catalan parliament to be the active power over the region. So a lot is not very clear at this point. There are many people who, and I remind the audience, that believe that a majority vote in the parliament is a majority vote in the parliament. You can bring people into the streets. Indeed, the show of power in the streets was an impressive one, but it's only one show of power in the streets against several other shows of power in the streets carried out by the Catalans over the Catalan independentists over a number of years.
Well, there are talks about the Catalan leader being potentially charged and even jailed. How likely is that?
It depends on the level of civil disobedience that people are planning to take in Catalonia. And there is already talk about civil disobedience. For example, the spokesperson for the CUP party, which is the anti-system party within the Catalan independentist coalition, said today that they are not subjects to anyone, and especially not a viceroy coming from Madrid. And that was an allusion to Soraya Sanz de Santa Maria, who will be carrying out the receivership of the Spanish government in the Catalan autonomous community.
Well, there are also talks about the possible leadership election. Okay. I want to shift gear a little bit to talk about the potential election in Catalonia in December or maybe at a later date. Do you see that happening at all? And if so, what would that do to the situation?
I think it is going to probably happen. The question is, and it's the one that has loomed over everything here, will it be perceived as legitimate by enough people so that the government that results from it will have the ability to lead? There's already talk of civil disobedience, for example, in the matter of polling places. As you'll recall, on October 1st, it was the control of polling places through some surreptitious means that allowed the Catalans to pull off the election, the Catalan independentists to pull off the election despite strong strictures coming from Madrid. So you have the matter of polling places. What happens if those controlling the polling places, the physical control of those polling places, don't open them up to the elections? Another question is, which parties will participate? Right now, we know there are 40% approximately of the parliament that is in favor of this intervention from Madrid. So if those parties all participate, that will give 40% of the vote, or 40% of the legitimacy to the government. But what about the rest of the 60%?
True, those are the issues that we'll
if they
keep
don't
an eye
participate.
on. True. Thomas Harrington, professor at Trinity College, thank you so much for your insight.